What is your will, my master?
Hey, what's up, Robert? Quick demo video for you for your KY Sabers Jedi Killer. Got this done this morning. I would have had this done earlier, except this came to my house last week on Saturday and needed a signature, and I wasn't home. I scheduled a redelivery, and they never redelivered it. I had to go get it, so I went and got it yesterday, and then finished it up this morning. You had bought this from eBay. It had a previous install and it had one of my old chassis, but it wasn't my install. And then just some things that weren't quite right with it. So I went ahead and I ripped that out. I do have a new design for this or for the Saber anyway. So I used my new design chassis and then I modified that a little bit because you had a pretty nice crystal chamber set up in there already from the previous install and you wanted to utilize that. So I made the modifications in my model so that I could take out that crystal chamber and put it in here. So you got that real quartz crystal in there, that crystal cap, and then your brass greeblies on either side of the crystal that you'll see that. I'm sorry, you'll see that better in person. But you've got a dual crystal chamber, obviously, right? So this is the one that KY puts in here. I wired each of these independently from each other, and they are independent from the blade. So you can do whatever you want with these. I have one font on here from your SD card, which I did save. And then I just wanted to use that one font to show you what was going on. And then so you could build from that if you want to. A copy of the config file is on the SD card as well, which you did not have on the previous board that was in here. I was going to use that, but it wasn't on there. Couldn't reuse the board because like I showed you in the pictures, the MOSFETs were kind of burned up and melted. So we just went with a brand new board. And it's brand new everything, right? So you had some regular TCSS connectors in here for your NeoPixel. I put CC Sabers LEDs in here, so it's a lit connector, and your blade plug will light up, and I'll show you that here in a second. But what you want to do to take this handle off is these two screws. So you got one, and you've got one right here. You want to take those off. So let me get my Allen key. Once you take those two off, you can just slide your handle off just like this. And then here's your chassis, right? So your Proffie board's up here. You've got easy access to your micro USB, but you will need to just take this board and kind of pop it up like that to get to your SD card, and then you can snap it back down into place. It's just a press fit down into the shelf, and you've got a Smuggler's Outpost emblem here. This is a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, and then you've got a removable battery set up here, so spring side there. You've got a chassis retention screw, which is right here, and that holds everything into place. You don't have any reason to take this chassis out now, so that should stay locked in just like it is. Let's throw a battery in this guy real quick. So once you get the battery in, I'm going to go ahead and throw the handle back on. I'm just going to put it on with one screw though, so that we could just demo this pretty easy. So now we've got that the handle screwed on. You can see I've got your top crystal pulsating, or it's a heartbeat rather, and then I've just got your bottom crystal blinking off and on when the saber's off. And then you got motion controls. See your blade plug lighting up. I'll take your blade plug out real quick. I just wanted to show you that yes, the blade depth stayed the same and your blade plug fit in there fine and it lights up fine too. It was broken when it came to me. That little piece off there, which you probably already know, but I'm just going to point that out anyway. This is the condition that it was when it came to me. Let's throw a blade in this guy real quick. 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blade, as you know. So what I did on this fun is I gave you an unstable blade. It's a 2-button setup, by the way, right? Your top switch is your activation.
What could you give me? Everything.
And then your back switch is your auxiliary. And you'll see that in your crystal chamber. There's good flash on clash. Sings super loud. Blade lockup. And you see that here as well. You just press power for 1 second, let go to turn that on, and then do that again to turn it off. And we'll take the blade out because, like I said, I just have the one font on there to show you that these crystals were wired independently from the blade, and then also give you a simple config so that you could build off that and do what you want to do. But to take the battery out, right, pretty easy. We'll just take the handle back off and slide this out, and then from the positive side over here by your speaker, you can pop it out with your finger just like that. And that is pretty much your Jedi killer from KY Lightsaber. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, this guy will go out in the mail Monday morning. All right, thanks.